Robert Plamondon here. Robert Plamondon Hypnosis, Corvallis, Oregon. So what's the difference between guided imagery and hypnosis? Well, for one thing, a lot of people call it guided imagery to disguise the fact that what they're doing is really hypnosis. They'll just tell you to take a deep breath and close your eyes and relax and start imagining this and that and the other thing and feeling yourself relax. That's what's known as a progressive relaxation induction. And then they take you on a journey where you imagine this and imagine that. And that is hypnosis followed by guided imagery. Now, you can also do guided imagery without the hypnotic induction. It's called storytelling. And if you do it like in the first person, that's pretty much guided imagery, where instead of saying, Jack climbs the beanstalk, okay, imagine yourself climbing the beanstalk, hand over hand, grabbing the green leaves on the stalk of the beanstalk, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's guided imagery, and it's hypnosis. The only reason I know of to call it guided imagery instead of hypnosis is to fool people. Since I'm a hypnotist, I kind of don't bother with that. Now, guided imagery is an important tool in the hypnotic toolkit because the human imagination is the most powerful thing we have. All the important stuff that we do, first you imagine it, then you do it. In many ways, our imagination is everything. And if you want to change, first you imagine the change, then you do it. It's impossible to overstate the value of imagination in making changes and getting things done. So guided imagery is super important in everyday life, and also, imagination, I should say, is super important in everyday life and also in hypnosis, which is why we use guided imagery in the first place. In advanced hypnotherapeutic techniques, guided imagery is used in a wide variety of ways. In a lot of places, people are doing it in kind of a sissy, half-assed, lazy way, where they'll say, okay, imagine yourself, you're on a beautiful beach, and then there's a pavilion of, lavender silk with a gorgeous table on it that's piled high with the most beautiful sandwiches you've ever eaten, and you taste one and it's so delicious, and all this is pointless, okay? It's to help you relax. Well, okay, relaxation is very useful, but it's so easy to get in hypnosis that relaxation is only a starting point. It's never, ever the main event. Hypnosis is how we, relaxation is how we get you started, how we get you into a receptive state, how we get you to a point where you can imagine things that you might otherwise shy away from, look at things from a different angle, that sort of thing. But if all you're getting is a pleasant experience, that's what TV's for. And so in my next video, I'll talk about hypnotic processes and how we use them to get interesting, useful, and permanent things done. More than just an interesting experience, get some real changes made. Till then, Robert Plamondon, hypnosiscorvallis.com. See you next time.